Oh, let's talk
Pay
Elon.
attention.
Oh my God! All right,
I'm sure Reddit is leaning heavily on the Elon thing.
Who here thinks that was a Nazi salute?
It's kind of like asking, was that a swastika? That was a swastika.
Show of
Is that what he
hands.
meant to draw? I can't be positive. I don't know what's in his head.
Bro.
But that was clearly what a Nazi salute is.
You know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important. Some are not. But this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.
It's like saying that is
dude. He's like a retard who's the worst person in social situations I've ever seen. Like, I think it's ridiculous to think he went out there going like, "I'm gonna do a Sig Heil."
I
have heard
That's
the
crazy.
"he's autistic" line 100 times now. 'cause
I've
been
seen
live
him do the
streaming.
heart thing.
I've seen him do the heart thing when he actually says "my heart goes out to you." This was a different thing. But dude, I have an autistic kid. I'm an internet diagnosed autistic myself, and no one in my universe of autism throws up Heil Hitler signs. That's not an autistic side effect. If he had Tourette's and said the wrong thing, that'd be different. But autistic people don't do Heil Hitler signs.
You will have me on your side with this if he starts like ranting about Jews, and I'll be like, okay, all right.
Well, what if he supports the Nazi party in Germany right now, or reinstates
It's not the Nazi party in Germany. It's
the AfD party.
It's the
what if he
right-wing
starts
party.
reinstating Nazis on Twitter? Like, would that be sort of a pattern of behavior that might make us worry about him?
Well, no, that's framing. He restored much more free speech to Twitter, and yeah, some shitheads
Unless you
got
disagree with him, right? If you disagree with him, he pulls off your verification and algorithmically suppresses it. He loved hatred and negative vibes on X when Biden was president, but now the algorithm is changing to promote positive vibes under Trump.
That's true. That's totally true. I don't think that's indicative of a Nazi swing. I think it's more indicative of he was willing to let more. He was willing to let more stuff fly on Twitter, and then now that his preferred party is in charge, he's willing to shut down critique of things that are damaging to him. And ironically, the number one thing that he shuts down as far as speech, do you have a guess?
It's going to be the Nazi thing.
It's anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
So he shuts that down on Twitter faster than any other form of quote unquote bigotry.
He beats the free speech drum, but he really likes the my speech drum.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm more than he did that with the H1B thing. He was getting dominated by the right wing on the H1B shit. And then he started, both sides on. Well, he was getting it more from the right and on the H1B thing, because like that's just part of the anti-immigration sentiment that those of us on the right have. But the idea that he's like a Nazi, I don't buy it at all. I don't think his behavior indicates that. I think that he went on a trip to Israel to pray at the Wailing Wall with Ben Shapiro within the last 6 months. What,
it's
the least
no, like not disliking Jews. We take the tweet down, please. It's blinding me.
Yeah, it's too bright. It's too bright.
Well, I can't take it anymore.
The point of that tweet though is that he's obviously leaning into it and he knows, like he's making fun of it.
Look, I watched it live and I wrote the very second he did it. I was like, I'm not saying that Elon does a Nazi salute, but everybody else is going to say that because that is exactly what it looks like he just did. I'm not going to get inside his head. I will say this about Nazis in general. I think that Nazi principles are like territorial expansion, nationalism, racial purity, and
the Jew thing. That's pretty big.
Look, the Jew thing is not a defining principle of Nazism. I think that
that's what I think of when I think Nazi. Is the
I don't think it's what most Nazis think of, though.
What do they mean?
They hate gypsies and black people.
They do have hatred in their heart for the Jews. And
I know plenty of people who hate gypsies and black people, and they're not Nazis.
You know plenty of people?
Yes.
Yeah, we have a whole Discord.
You don't know plenty of people who dislike most people? Like most people are racist.
Oh, I dislike most people, not based on their race or ethnicity.
Oh yeah. Like I know lots of hateful
As if they're like Blackhawks fans.
I mean, Philly fans. Don't even bring Philly fan. Philly fan is the scum of the earth, And I hate to say
They're
it, but
heroes
they're win
protecting their team.
Dude, you're about to win the Super Bowl. Congratulations.
Go Bills.
What
Really? I'm
talking
worried about
about?
Kansas.
I can see it. I can see it 2.5
don't
weeks into the
Bills
future. I saw the lady that they fired from the Coast Guard. She wasn't guarding nothing, dude. Like she couldn't keep me away from the fucking the
Could
DEI
Trump? Do you think
stuff
if we
is
asked
one of those things? I've heard people in my life. They're like, "Why is he wasting his time with the DEI stuff?" And I'm like, "That's what everybody wanted. Like that's what a significant portion of voters voted for him for. That's the thing that gets the biggest cheers." When he said there's only 2 genders in his inauguration, that was the biggest cheer of the day. That was the biggest cheer.
I have a theory. I have a theory on that. The idea that he's leaning into that so hard is because he knows that every liberal leaning media company, that's all they're going to talk about. They're going to keep bringing this up. And I think that that's such a winner for Republicans and for right wingers. They want them talking about it. It's similar to abortion. Like that's a winner for Democrats and left leaning people. So it's like the more that they're like restricting rights or however they phrase it, it's like, yeah, you're going to lose votes. So Trump's putting this out there like, yeah, there's only 2 genders. Sorry, that's the new law of the land. And it's going to get everyone fired up. But most middle America, normal people are just like, yeah, there's 2 genders. I don't
they're
know.
like, they're not invested in the discourse. They're like,
Right.
yeah, you're right. Obvious. It's like the same way Republicans are visibly overjoyed anytime trans kids comes up. Cause it's like, hey guys, we've got a layup here. There's not even a debate. Hey, you guys want to do this to kids? You're fucking ghouls and you're bad. And everyone goes, yeah, they're ghouls and they're bad. It's like,
I haven't seen the left take the bait on the DEI stuff. Like, I feel like they're, at least in my little, on the center of my own universe, we mostly are like, yeah, that was kind of racist.
CNN's defending it.
Oh, I'm seeing a lot of left-leaning people being like, this is
I have to turn it off.
To me, it's all about Elon, which could be another distraction.